Prime Minister Narendra Modi began his first full day in Washington, D.C. with a packed schedule of meetings with 5 top U.S. CEOs. The first to visit the Prime Minister in the U.S. capital's Willard Hotel was Cristiano Amon, the CEO of Qualcomm. Next in line were Adobe's Shantanu Narayan, Mark Widmar of First Solar, Vivek Lal of General Atomics and Stephen Schwarzman of Blackstone. The meetings began at 7:15 p.m. India time, and Prime Minister Modi met each CEO for around 15 minutes. According to sources, each company was selectively kept in mind and chosen as per the kind of investments, both technical and financial, they could possibly choose to make in India. The visit becomes all the more important, keeping in mind that this is Modi's first meet with the U.S. industry after COVID. It's also the first meeting after the government scrapped the much-aligned retro tax law and announced big bang telecom and banking reforms. The meeting also takes place amid heightened tensions with China and after the exit of 2 big American companies, Ford and Harley-Davidson, from India.
We talked about was, continued investment in innovation, because he certainly believes that technology is the way to help move things forward. Specifically, we talked about artificial intelligence and what might happen with artificial intelligence. We talked about creativity, the importance of creativity and how media, the ever-changing nature of media. We talked about online.
We talked about many things that are very relevant, I think, to what we think about the future of technology. We talked about the 5G and acceleration of 5G. We talked about incredible opportunity to advance the industry not only domestically in India, but India as an export of technology as we think about the digital transformation enabled by 5G combined with the design in India.
So there are a lot of potential areas of collaboration that we are in discussions with. I think writ large U.S. companies and many of my colleagues at U.S. companies see India as a very promising destination from a two-way standpoint, not only technologies and investments in, but coming back to the U.S. So I think it's a win-win. The policies and reforms that have been put in place by both countries.
I had already invested $60 billion in assets in India, and over the next 5 years, we're planning another $40 billion of assets for one of the 10 largest companies in India.
Clearly, with his leadership and what he's done to create a really strong balance between industrial policy as well as trade policy, makes it an ideal opportunity for companies like First Solar to establish manufacturing in India. And his commitment to ensuring domestic capabilities and ensuring his long-term climate goals and objectives with focus on energy independence and security.
Geeta Mohan joining us live from the U.S. on the story. Geeta, you've been tracking this minute to minute with the CEOs turn by turn meeting with the Prime Minister. Share with us the flavor of the kind of mood, the kind of interest and excitement building up with regards to engaging with India and investing in India.
Well, quite positive momentum, so to say, Abha, because we've seen in the past, and we've covered all the meetings in Prime Minister Narendra Modi, travels to the United States of America. The format always used to be business roundtable, meeting with the business community, various groups of business leaders from the United States of America and the Indian American community. This time it was a little different. What the Indian side did was identify certain key areas and sectors that they want to focus on in a post-COVID era where the areas that are important for India should be looked into, and then identify the CEOs that Prime Minister Narendra Modi should meet. The meeting also was very interesting. There was a 5-minute briefing before every meeting, and then the meeting between the CEO and the Prime Minister took place. All the meetings of the 5 CEOs were on a one-on-one basis rather than roundtables and community meetings. So there was very specific focus on the area, the sector. The briefing spelled out exactly what India was looking at, and the CEOs spelled out exactly what they were looking at from India. So very fruitful, constructive conversation, I should say. But we'll again we'll have to wait and see how to take it forward. We've seen a lot of conversations in the past as well, Abha, when it comes to talking about and showing intent in investing in India, but in terms of translating that into real money coming into India has not been thus far as positive or as advantageous to India. And so we'll have to wait and see how the conversations move forward from intent to action.